Hello, my name is Patrick Doherty, and this is my presentation for English on safety driving an emergency vehicle. First, I want to start by saying that I am attending Aiken Technical College to be an emergency medical transition, or EMT. While I have not yet had the chance to drive an ambulance, I hope to do so in the future. I did some research on how to safely operate an ambulance and wanted to share it with you today. Today, I will review what trainings are required to drive an ambulance, driving under pressure, how to keep the patient safe while the ambulance is headed to the hospital, and also what can happen when safe driving doesn't happen. I was quite surprised to learn about the training required for ambulance driving. According to .com, only 17 states plus the District of Columbia actually require a specific driving certification course to drive an ambulance. That is a bit shocking considering how important this job is. Making sure you transport people who have already an emergency state and in need of help, and you don't have to complete an ambulance driving in 33 states. Georgia and South Carolina are two of the states that do not require specific training. That's a little scary. However, in order to drive an ambulance in Georgia and South Carolina, they do require you complete a formal EMT training course. At Aiken Technical College, one of the required classes is an emergency vehicle training class, so that is comfortable news. I'm scheduled to take that class coming up this summer, and I'm excited to see what it is about. As I am sure you are aware, ambulance drivers have to make some quick decisions while driving under pressure. They have to make sure that they get the patient safe to the hospital. They want the patient to remain stable until they get there. And they also have to watch out for other drivers. According to EMS.gov website, there are about 4,500 traffic accidents a year that directly involve an ambulance. If you are riding in an ambulance or on your way to the hospital, the last thing you would expect is to be involved in a car accident. So ambulance drivers must be sure that they stay focused and have safe driving habits. According to MarkelInsurance.com, some safe driving tips for ambulance drivers include shutting out any distractions while driving, keep a safe following distance from other cars, being ready to use the brakes if needed, and most importantly, anticipating what other drivers are going to do. Use the light and sirens on the ambulance can help signal to other drivers that an ambulance is coming. You should move or slow down and navigate through the intersection to avoid more accidents. Also, some ambulance accidents have also occurred because of backing up improperly. Drivers must learn to use their mirrors or have a spotter to help them while backing up. We want to get the patient to the destination safely. So, while you're navigating the roadways, driving a vehicle that's 10,000 pounds, you also have to remember why you are driving the ambulance. The patient's part of the safety driving the ambulance is to also keep your patient safe. To help you do that, you want to have a few things ahead of you. Make sure your ambulance is in good working order. Ensure the tires work, the oil is changed, and report if there's any issues. You also need to make sure that your patient is safely secured in the back. A shoulder harness and the lateral straps both need to be used to keep the patient secured. Another thing to make sure that it is secure is the supplies in the back. It is not safe to drive an ambulance when you are with medical equipment unsecured and possible shifting around the back area. When you are driving and navigating through the traffic, communicate to the other EMT in the back of the ambulance to let them know of any sudden movements that may be coming or quick change of directions. Keeping your coworkers safe is part of the driving. Keep up to date patients of any changes in health so you can use your judgment to help others to help change directions or reroute as needed. As I said before, the goal is to get the patient safely to the destination. This next slide shows what happens when an ambulance crashes. It shows some pretty startling statistics gathering from 1992 to 2011 of what happens when ambulance drivers do not follow the safety rules, like how only 33% of patients were strapped down with both the shoulder harness and the lap restraint, and only 84% of EMTs workers in the back were not wearing any kind of restraint at all. Not following these simple rules contributed to 4,500 crashes, including ambulance, resulting in 33 deaths. In summary, there are not many states that do require formal training for ambulance driving, including Georgia and South Carolina. A driver needs to be a quick thinker, stay calm, and make good decisions under hectic circumstances. They also have to remember to keep their patients safe by following some protocols and make sure their coworkers in the back stay safe. Being an ambulance driver seems a little bit like being a NASCAR driver at times. I can't wait to attend my EMT training course. Thank you for listening, and whenever you're driving a Tesla, the Batmobile, and ambulance, always remember to drive safe.